You know? So I today Kenya level up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sierra. I'm kopano king is so yummy in my tummy.
Do you understand why I'm a bad mother?
No, I'm telling you. I'm like, Ma, you want to look cool. You know, the kids are doing that right now. So
it is what it is.
We left Facebook, but they found us on TikTok. So welcome.
We accommodate them.
Didn't
and I say them as if I'm not a
you are not
grown ass.
You are not a them member.
Adult
but
on the TikTok.
It works for them. Look at the uncle who got a whole music video with
the
uncle
with the yellow shirt.
Yes. So see,
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Content is going to be the life of us. I will not be negative. It's going to be the life of us.
Okay, so tell me, we were talking about dating, right? How's your dating life? Because I just want to make sure that I'm not. I just want people to be in my boat. I don't want to be here alone.
What is that? So let. What is the dating?
Do you find it
life?
difficult dating?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Why? Is it dating just in general because men are difficult, or is it because you're a mom and you've got things going on?
I think both.
Yeah.
So what's going on right now is that I'll meet singles, and the singles are terrible. Like the singles, and what I mean by terrible is that you firstly going to ask me out on a date, or you're not going to ask me out on a date.
Yeah.
You are going to meander around meeting up, and maybe we're going to chill in your car.
Let's be friends.
Or I don't know what is happening, right? But then maybe you conjure up the power to say, let's go out on a date.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're going to split the bill. I don't get it. I don't get it. Someone asked on Instagram one time, why are you ladies not learning routines and coming to dance for us to charm us? We're busy working because you're making us split bills. we don't have time to learn routines.
When are we going to dance?
To charm you. You know what I mean? So, firstly, the singles don't know how to treat a lady. They just... They lack luster. They don't put in an effort, and so I'm attracting those kind of singles. Then I'm attracting another group of gents that are amazing.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, a date is 15 out of 10.
All right.
You're like from beginning to end, the conversation, the food, the drinks, everything, the bill. I don't have to stress about it.
Where's the bat? It sounds like there's a bat.
And my gut is like into offla.
Oh, it's just your gut. There's nothing proven.
My gut is always right.
You don't know what you want, hey?
No, you don't even know. My gut is telling me, and already you're judging me. My gut is telling me go to unomtu, and really indeed unomtu.
You must ask, are you single?
Does anyone in this universe believe that you are theirs? Because honestly, and I remember the first time it happened, I was like to the dude, are you married? I literally went straight to that question, are you married? And that they were like, it depends on what you consider married.
Yeah.
My dear. My dear.
Pipe in now. Come on, Mr. Producer. What were you saying?
What were you saying?
Keep going. You're not done. Right?
So I'm like, if you want me to entertain this conversation, there's walk her down the aisle. You probably didn't do that. But uloboli, and it's like, and I'm like, so you're married?
So you're married.
And
if you're black, you're married.
Did you continue with the date?
No, I continued with the date, and I was like, it's lovely to know you, but have a good life.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm meeting up with. The singles are just bad better, then the great ones are taken ones. And then when it comes to just dating as a mom, my kid is 4. Yes, I try to be much more intentional about the men that I allow to come into my space.
Yeah.
And I guess that's why I don't want to just settle for people who don't make an effort.
Yeah.
Simply, and when I say effort, I'm looking at kindness, compassion, just generally a caring human being.
Yeah.
And I think people who can't be selfless are people that I'm not willing to entertain. Because when I'm in a situation and I'm invested in this relationship and I'm committed to it, I am selfless. And I'm tired of just not finding reciprocal energy in that area. Yeah.
Do you intentionally look for people that have kids as well?
No, I don't. But I'm aware that there are guys who don't want kids at all.
Yeah.
Or don't want a partner who has a kid.
Okay.
So I make sure that I let it be known that you know what you are getting yourself into, and then if you've got a kid, okay, cool, that's a lovely surprise, but it's not an intentional thing to look for someone who's got a child, really.
I look for people that have kids.
Okay.
Because I don't want to have more children.
Yeah.
So let's just together.
That makes sense.
Right? So but the weird thing is that I hope to find people who, and I know it sounds bad, but I look for people that don't have parents anymore. So their parents passed away.
My friends.
Before you start to ask why, Ellen.
Yeah.
Right?
I want to see.
It's difficult losing a parent, right? I know what it was like when I lost my mom and like all of the parent figures in my life. So being there for somebody, especially if you are, let's say you're 1 year in, right? It's a time to be in somebody's life, but it's not long enough to really know what they might need in that time of their lives. Like during loss, I don't know how to act. I don't like. I'm a actions type of person. So when I come over, how can I help you? Kind of thing. I don't have the words. I don't even know what to do. Like when we have to go and pass our grievances at the family home or whatever. I just go with people and I stand in the background. And I sing whatever song needs to be sung because I don't know the songs either, So that's the type of thing that I'm looking for. I don't have the problem, it's not a problem. It's just a challenge, right, of dating with a young child. Because that, I'm sure, is a problem.
Headache.
Because now you're thinking there's babysitter. There is, okay, you can't just drop off the hat kind of, let's go away for a weekend.
You can't be spontaneous. No.
You can't. No. My children are old enough, so I'm kind of okay there, but still, like, I'm very protective over them, and my children will be like, please, can you just go somewhere, go do something,
live your life,
just go live your life. And for me, I'm sitting there on some, just 1 second please, and I'm like, did you guys eat? Did you remind your brother to bath? That fine? Kind of thing. Are you fine? So yeah, I don't know. I think the categories that women, even men, because I believe that there are nice, mindful men out there. And your problem is...
No, he's saying he's a mindful man.
I'm just saying.
He's just raising his hand as a mindful man.
I'm just saying.
You're mindful. Would you date somebody that has a child? And how would you navigate it?
The problem with that is that...
Yes or no? You're telling us the problem. Yes or no?
Here's the problem. I'll never be priority number one.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never be number one. And I want to be number one.
Oh, my dear. That's nice. That's cute.
You do realize that women can, like, maneuver around a man, children, a job, all of that stuff. You realize that you're not going to feel it, you're not number one.
I'm aware, but I'm not number one.
Okay, so when you out playing your what is it, PlayStation and whatever, you're not there with your woman, right? You want your time.
Of course I'm not. I got hobbies. I'm a dude.
She's got a child. She's a woman.
It's not a hobby.
She's a mother.
Who says when she doesn't have a child, you're number one?
Sorry?
Who says when she doesn't have a child, you're
there
number one?
There we
go. You see, now that's messed up.
I'm just asking.
No, I'm just saying.
How is it messed up?
It's messed up.
Number one could be school. Now you messed up. What are you thinking?
No. Hear me out. Not in that. No, obviously, there'll be school.
Yeah.
There'll be certain things. I also have school, maybe. I have a job or whatever. But what I'm saying is that whatever happens, she will put the child first and not me.
I hear you. And if that's something you don't want to, deal with, that makes sense. And that's what I'm saying. I'd rather someone knows what they're getting themselves into. Because for me, with a toddler who doesn't have a cell phone, her dad calls me to talk to her, right? So imagine I'm on a date, video call. And the video call is there. And the gent is asking, no, take the call. And it's happened before. Take the call. I'm like, no, he wants to talk to her daughter and I'm not with her daughter. Already get red flag. So a baby daddy is calling at any time of the day. Yeah. And now I must now go into that conversation that, no, actually, this is the time he calls it. No.
But you pick up the phone and then you say, hey, listen, I'm not with her right now.
Do you know?
Call tomorrow.
Do you know the father of my child? Copy, have fun now. Huh? How you there now? Where's my daughter? Where's my treasure now? No, because we're friends. We've got to a point where we're friends now.
Yeah. Who are you friends with?
The father of my child.
That's if anybody has to hear how my ex speaks to me or addresses me when he comes over to see the kids, it would be a problem. Like my current would find it difficult.
What does he say?
I'm not going to say it here because you know how they're creeping and they're watching and they just want me to say the wrong thing. Okay, guys, okay.
Just grab a cup, you watching before your weekend. 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 Hey, you watching before your weekend.
Here's the thing, right? We're talking about dating. Now, we're dating, everything is good, everything is well. And you want to get married, Sia, right? There is a gent in America who's charging the people that he invited, his guests, to the wedding, $450 per person to come through. What do you say about that? Would you charge your guest $450 or any amount just to come through to your wedding?
Thanks. I'll wait for the pictures.
I understand. Sia?
It's stupid.
Okay, let me take you back, right?
Yeah.
Remember the time when there was this couple that had, they invited a group of friends, I'm sure friends, family, small group, and they went to a park and they said drinks and pizza. And then when everybody was seated, they were like, attention, this is actually a wedding. And then everybody was in an uproar. Uti, how can you give us pizza at your? But I paid for it. I paid for the pizza I'm giving you. This is my wedding right here, right now.
No, labo basil, they're ungrateful. Okay.
The people that are there.
For the pizza people, they're ungrateful.
Yeah.
Firstly, what should have happened? Okay, shoulda, woulda, coulda, don't work. But had they said actually this is our wedding and made it a whole thing that it's a pizza picnic wedding. I mean, we are evolving, guys. Times are changing. We're not doing things the same way as back then. So if people want to celebrate their union like this, and we're all aware now financially that let's make better financial decisions.
Yeah.
And this is the decision that they opted to go for. Tell people that you're coming for a pizza picnic wedding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the people that do not come are people that then Vele should not go into the next chapter of your life.
Yeah.
Because this is a decision you're making that I don't want to start my marriage in debt. So if they're not willing to support that, then nah. But umpatarisa $458 to come see you kiss. No.
Was that couple white? The pizza?
No, they were black. They were black.
Black?
Yeah.
South African?
South
African.
Weren't they South African?
Because for
I
me,
think they were.
my problem with that, I'm close.
Right.
And everything that
just
we
have a bribe. You're about to talk about meat. Let's just have a bribe.
Everything that we
Let's
do,
just get commando and secret.
Hear me out.
You understand?
Anything that I do that has to involve culture, whether I'm getting married, whether it's a funeral, whether it's anything, something.
Right.
So it becomes a problem. I can't have that type of marriage. I've already started it by going to the bush. Just by the way.
No. It's fine.
Yeah.
Now you've slaughtered. Now the stuff that the food, the meat that you have slaughtered, you just invite people over to your house. There's no need for you to have 3 different ceremonies.
Honestly.
And then start your marital venture.
It was an American because $458, I remember.
No, the 450 is definitely American. The one that's charging to come to. But I'm saying the pizza guy.
Yeah. Oh, pizza South African.
Yeah.
South Africans move weird. But I think that's why I don't want I don't care for a white wedding, honestly. Once we've gone through ilobola, once we've gone through premarital counseling at church, and we've gone through back home, have a lunch, have close family and friends. I even told my aunts, I'm not inviting you to my wedding. Because in my everyday life, you're not here. There are people that can save me from hospital that I write down as next of kin. So if I don't invite you to my wedding, it's no beef. We will meet at the December Stokvel as a family.
I like you, and I'm going to invite you at our next family meeting.
I'm there.
Because
I know
spokesperson.
And me?
You what? Let's get into this. What do you want?
At least give me a speech at reception, Ellen.
You guys know too much.
May I bottle first?
You guys know me too much.
And I can start with, I remember a time. Then you know it's chai for you.
It's a
She went on a date and someone took too long in the toilet.
I'm not going to tell you guys anything ever again. Anyway, guys, welcome back to another episode of Before You Weekend. Just like the people here in the studio, you know me. My name's Ellen, and I'm so happy to see you guys. But today, we are flying. I almost said women only, but then, we got to deal with Sia. We've got my wonderful friend, Kopano, who is a brand strategist, artist, businesswoman. I mean, happy Women's Month, guys. Coming through with all the fire and the flames. I love her. Already I love her. I'm thinking of who to switch her out with the guys. Hi, Kopana. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And yourself, Ellen?
I'm good.
It's lovely to be here. Kumnandi kubala, guys.
Hallelujah.
Finally, I sit here, Kelvin.
Now you see.
Wherever you are, thank you for leaving this seat for me. But it's lovely to be here, man.
It's awesome, man, guys. So yeah, just coming off that chat, guys. It just shows that we're going through a lot as a world, not even South Africa alone, just in around the world, but in South Africa. Have you heard about the unemployment rate?
Yeah, that it's gone up, and especially for women.
It has. What have they said about women?
That basically majority of the people that are being affected by unemployment in SA are women. And I guess it goes back to, we can talk about the changes and the efforts that government is making towards creating jobs and whatnot. But I truly believe that the season is calling for a lot of not just women, but people to create jobs, to create opportunities rather than waiting on them. And I think a lot of the time as South Africans, we've fallen into this rut of waiting on the government to do something for us. There's grant for everything, grant for a child, grant for the 350 grant for every single thing.
Yeah.
And I understand that those are things that are put in place to just help people get a leg up.
Yeah.
However, I feel as though we are disabling the people to create stuff for themselves. And so I think for women, it's really calling to women to create opportunities and think bigger and broader. Because at the end of the day, no one's coming to save you.
Aren't women like the most employed? It would make sense though. Y'all are the ones with the most degrees and stuff like that. Niggas don't read, bro.
But even people who are educated don't have jobs. Like a lot of them don't have jobs.
Yeah, so there's that issue as well. It's just the inequality of everything. But I think just as a whole, we are really, really struggling when it comes to unemployment. So being a businesswoman, how are you finding that? Because you were employed and then you decided, listen, girl boss.
Eish, my dear, I don't know what I was thinking. Because what? So yes, I am a few months in, but honestly speaking, I think I've always been wired that way.
Yeah.
As a drama graduate, you don't finish school and think you're going to be working in corporate and whatnot.
Yeah.
I started corporate because of COVID. I had to find a way to make money.
Yeah.
And so theaters weren't open, and then I went into copywriting. Okay. So I think right off the bat, I was somewhat self-employed until I got into an agency. And I think the reason why I left is because I'd like to be retired by 40. And that means I need to then work on my vision from now.
Yeah.
I've got 9 years left, and so what can I do with that? And with young people that are around me constantly asking, I need an opportunity in this, I need an opportunity in this, I figured, okay, if I start my own thing, let me give the young ones an opportunity while they're still 18, 19.
Yeah.
Because when you're done with your degree, they want you to have a degree and 10 years work experience, right?
Which must come from where? Yeah.
So I think in my structure as a business woman, I'm considering the young people, because I'm a youth leader at church, so I consider how can I assist them. That is beyond basically loving God, living for God, but equip me to be competitive in the marketplace, to be competitive in corporate. So it's going okay. I think as a person, as an individual, I'm learning a lot more about myself in terms of setting boundaries is another thing that I never used to do. Being clear about what I want, what I need. All of those skills, I think we take them for granted and can just want to place them in relationships. But they do so much for you as a businesswoman, or as a person, a business owner, generally speaking. So with that in mind, it's been okay. I'm learning a lot about myself, and I'm learning a lot about the type of business I want to run. And I'm hoping that in the next, let's say 12 months, I'll have a structure that really is making an impact that is evident in the everyday life of people that I'm going to be bringing into the business. One thing I do know for sure is that I can't do it alone.
Do you feel that you're being heard, though?
Am I being heard? That's being... the difficulty in answering this question is because I was telling you earlier, I retracted a freelance contract from an agency that I was with. And the reason why I retracted is because I found myself constantly fighting for my worth. I'm fighting that I'm worth these rates that I'm putting forward. Yeah. And they know it, you know. Then secondly, I'm letting you know this is how long I need to take to do this work. Now I'm fighting for my hours. And so they want grand work with minimal pay. You know what I mean? And so the decision I took to leave an agency means that I can still make a decision now to say, actually, I don't need this work. I don't need to do this job. I'm not going to constantly fight for my worth, especially with people who know my value and the value that I bring to the table, but choose not to honor it. So it's, yes, we're not being heard, but it's about fighting for yourself at the end of the day, because no one's coming to save you and no one's going to come fight for you. You know, the people that I'm talking about in particular are people that are going to consider me first for a job because they know I'm good at it, but they're not willing to pay, or they're not willing to go that far with me. Then that means you will never ever value me because I've shown that I'm worth it. And if you will never ever value me, then let me step back.
And last week we were talking about something similar. Calvin brought up the fact that we've got to build our own tables now, right? And it makes me think of our beautiful Miss South Africa, Mia, right? Who, in her answer, I think it was right at the end, where she said that she wants to go out and make sure that the children, girls, boys, whatever it may be, that have the same challenges that she has, are able to step into workplaces. They're able to be heard. They're able to be seen. And I don't want to talk really about the fact, about everything else, the fact that she's white. That's not it, right? It's South Africa. We have white people here. Just in case Burna Boy wasn't aware of that. Now you know. We have white people here. So, but what I do love is the fact that she has a hearing issue, right? And who was it that also she's got children on the spectrum? Nandi, yes. She was talking about the fact that her children now are also going to be seen and heard, and their plight, you know, is also going to be seen and heard. But what frustrates me is on the levels that we find it. My son has a problem at school, right, with learning. It's not bad enough for him to be at a school that is specially designed for that, but he's also now struggling to be in a mainstream school, right? So he's somewhere in the middle. And all it takes is just a little bit more patience, I suppose. And a lot of the teachers do give that. But then I had one teacher saying, just put him in a kind of, what do they call it? Not even a special needs school. Said he must go and do welding or something. My child is 14. And I'm like, is that all you're going to give me? And I'm like, I know how he works. This is all he needs. Can you just help me? I've spoken to other teachers and they're like, no, he's fine. You know, I had a beautiful teacher and she since went to, I think she's teaching in China now. And she worked alongside me with my son and he just soared that year. And that's all it takes, right? It just takes somebody to listen, see what the issue is, and then see how they can help you, just like Bonang did when she was like trying to get the answer. I love that part because she stopped. She didn't care about the crowd. She didn't care about the cameras. And she's like, how can I make you feel comfortable? You know, do I need to get somebody in? Do I need to speak slower? And then once you do that, then we see how important it is just to understand where somebody else is coming from, you know?
I think perspective and privilege matters in this instance, where my perspective as someone who does not know where you come from in terms of raising your son.
Yeah.
You know, that's perspective. And then I'd be speaking from a point of privilege.
Yeah.
That I didn't or have not gone through what you go through.
Yeah.
You know, and we can see it in almost everything. And I think as parents we see it in the next person, because when you put your kid in a room with other kids and you're like, my kid is not moving the way other kids move.
Yeah.
And so as a parent, you then try to step in and help out.
Yeah.
That's perspective. I know one of my friend's kids struggles. I forgot what he struggles with, but I remember she posted one time that he was able to tell a story from beginning to end and make it up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how is it? Like she was so happy that her
Yeah.
son could do that, and her son I think is 5 or 6, and I'm like, my daughter's been telling stories since she was 3, making up
Yeah.
stories, and that's privilege on my end.
Yeah.
You know, and I think so as a nation. What Mia LaRue is doing for us is giving us perspective, because we've been seated in positions of privilege, that a Miss SA needs to be like this. And yes, you know, the thick ladies have pulled through and said we also want to be a part
Yeah,
of something,
yeah.
you know. Inclusivity means everyone,
Yeah.
you know. And so what she's done is honestly given us a perspective that I think many of us needed at such a time. It's just unfortunate that it was shadowed by
Yeah. But I think she'll do fine. She's going to be in what, Miss Nigeria?
Yeah.
Nigeria Universe,
yeah,
or something.
Miss Universe Nigeria, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, it all worked out in the end.
She's bringing it home.
South Africans,
Guys, we have no war. We have no full stop.
They exhaust
We just
me.
don't know.
Yeah, but Tandi Chichi Kumalo.
Wow.
I am done with South Africans.
But that's the thing. I don't think I'd go anywhere else. Do you think you'd really?
Me?
Yeah.
If I was hey.
No, I'm just saying in J, because
Another
South
country.
Africa is a problem, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, you're saying as a person would I go somewhere else?
Yeah.
No, I love South Africa.
Yeah,
I'd move to.
what
another
happens in
place.
Finland? Like,
What do you mean? What happens in Finland?
why would
What
you
have
go there?
Why
Like,
are you good? Oh my
I have no
gosh.
idea.
dope, yeah.
Man, but I think, you know, just on this thing of her now being called to Nigeria, I think it
Yeah.
happens to everyone where you know how in South Africa they are Zulu people, Sotho people, Tswana
Yeah.
people, and then they come together and make a child, Zulu, Tswana, Sotho, Xhosa.
Yes.
So you never Xhosa enough to be Xhosa or Sotho enough to be
Yeah,
Sotho.
yeah.
And then you've got a gang of people that grew up in Soweto that speak multiple languages. And then Xhosa se Transkei comes teta mo, and you like bilingual, multilingual. So it's like, China, you're really Xhosa. So as
Yeah.
South Africans, many of us struggle with the notion of identity, that you're never too this enough, to that
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
And that's I don't
That's
even
true.
I don't even touch hers. But what happened is that she's not South African enough, and then they called her through for Miss Universe Nigeria. She's not Nigerian enough.
That's true. I can attest to that. My surname is Mangena. There are Zulus that are Mangena. So I don't know whether that was like Group Areas Act or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Have you asked your parents?
Bruh.
Are both your parents Xhosa?
Yeah.
You Xhosa?
Then you're
No,
not
I'm
so bad.
close. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid.
You see, my mom is Zulu, my dad is Tswana. Kopa no chabalala. I'm what?
Uzu Chabalala.
But yeah,
But
so
that's the thing.
that's
Like
her
I
journey.
almost stood up, and I'm so happy that certain times I think we must just push the brakes when it comes to announcing things on social media, right? Because I almost say that, guys, but we're a melting pot here in South Africa. She could be half and half, and you know, all of that kind of stuff. And I'm so glad, because the clapbacks that were coming through after that, no, I didn't need that in my life. But like you said, I'm half Mozambican. Lechangane wa Mozambique, and my mom ke Mosotho. So then, and I was born in South Africa. So then, what does that make me? It makes me South African. Because trying to dig into that hole and try and find out what is what and where, it's just too much work for me. I'm sorry.
It's exhausting.
But you
As
didn't
long as it
steal no
doesn't-
identity though.
I think about. I heard you, but I just why?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what makes it.
Why do you bring that here?
Okay,
we are
sorry.
not messy here. TK is not here. We are behaving
Oh.
this week, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I can't wait to see how that plays out, though.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
wish Mia all the best, and I'm proud of where we are as a nation in terms of Miss South Africa.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see more come out of us. I think we had a very... It was one of those years where Miss South Africa was very controversial, and the ending was just like, it's like a movie, a good movie, that you never expected the ending. No one expected the ending. No one.
There's always something in South Africa. It's sort of like the powers that be said, we have to fill this calendar. For January, this needs to happen. And so now for
Right.
August, this needs to... Was it August or July? Whichever one. But now we just have to have drama.
Something every month.
Hey,
Every
guys,
single time.
Since we're speaking inclusivity,
Yeah.
why aren't men part of the panel?
They do have men sometimes, don't they?
Ukhuluma ngayiphi panel?
Miss
SA.
South Africa. Don't they have men? I haven't watched it for like years. It's been like when we used to watch it, I was still young and we used to
Yeah.
tape it and then watch it over and over again.
Weren't
So
they
now
men?
it's just not that. They used to be men. I think here and there they do. Didn't
Wasn't Andy
Kaya
Lungube?
Langa also, wasn't he once a judge there?
At some point.
You just want to come up with the drama, hey?
Aye, I'm just asking.
When were you born?
Why? In 84.
The lies you tell.
My guy.
Lies
My
you
guy. Your beard is saying 2014, please.
Bruh, say Mafra. I was just no, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not going to go there. But then now with people with with challenges, right? Whether and the Olympics are over.
Oh,
Done, dusted, they've picked up their bags and everybody gone home.
welcome.
But now the Paralympics.
Shout out to Agani for his first medal in his career. Shout out. Yes.
I mean, awesome to him. But now it's Paralympics time.
Yes.
And there's no focus. There is no hullabaloo around that.
Oscar's gone.
Exactly. No, exactly.
Oscar, what are you talking about, bro? What about him?
He's gone. He's not part of the gang.
He would have been our boy.
Yeah.
But-
Guys, why is he still? Because he was gone a long time ago.
Okay, who
Is
else?
he all we have?
Okay, who else? Okay.
I don't know who else is there. Okay, which is a part. This is the point that I'm bringing up. Okay, that it's like an afterthought. You know, the Paralympics are always an afterthought unless they do something great, and then do we still call them amakrokokrak?
Oh my.
Yeah.
Do we
What?
still? We didn't change that. Do you see now? So that on its own is a problem. The
Yeah.
fact that we don't see them as human
Yeah,
beings. We
yeah.
don't see them as Olympians
Yeah.
either. We literally saying, you broken person, you. Go run there, bring me back something.
Ellen Mahalona Oraf, but I hear you.
No, but I mean, why is that still a name? I don't wanna
Maybe
speculate who
Gaten-
came up with that.
Maybe
but
Gaten McKenzie can do something about it.
I hope so. He's really making noise in the right places. I just hope that he can.
It's got a long, what's this, a loud sounding gong with no work. So, I mean, you can.
I think he's got a
TikTok.
point to prove.
TikTok has a lot of what do we call it?
Paralympics, Paralympians.
Yes, that are dancing. Maybe they should send them to go cram for us. They could beat some Australian people there.
Wait, who must cram?
There's a girl that is dancing on TikTok with metal feet. I just don't check people's handles much. But you know, she was dancing pretty well. So they could take her up with that Australian crumper.
That breakdancer lady. Like, guys, thank you to her for the memes. Like, if it wasn't for you, where would we be? The whole.
You see this one? You see this one? You see this one?
And what was that fish thing that you did?
What she was
Even me.
doing. What she was doing, my 4-year-old could do.
All I want to say is that even me. Even me. 4 years to come. Guess where I'm going?
My dear,
I'm going there.
take the stage. Stomp the
I'm
ass.
so there. But apparently, she's being investigated, eh?
Why?
Intense.
Yeah, she's being investigated because...
How bad must you be to be investigated? No, like more investigated because you were that bad.
No. Actually, the whole inquiry should be centered around that part. But she set up her own governing body in order to get there.
She's my hero.
She said, Bon, I'm building a table.
Yes.
And there's no breakdancing.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to build my own table. I'm going to set up my own governing body. People, and then I'm going to pick and choose and see who's going to be there. Choose the right ones to be there. I'm definitely going to be there because I've got something to show. I've got something to share with the people, right? And she did a thing. So now she's under investigation. Look at your life. And I think I saw white woman tears when they found out. She's in there. And then I think, who else is in there? There was one of the...
In this governing body.
A president within the committee as well. She's also...
It's serious, Muslim.
It's serious.
But do you get what I'm saying? But
how did she get there? My question is, how do you get that far? You can't be a contestant. She's
determined.
And then also have your own... Who's reading the paperwork?
She's determined.
Amarabonga Australia, Bana rhythm, so there's no competition.
Yeah. It's like Chichi now in Nigeria. She's got no competition there. But anyway,
I am not touching that one with the 10 football because I don't know who she's up against.
Did you not see the pictures on Twitter? Sorry. Did you not see the pictures from afar? She's won. But anyway.
Ellen saw it.
She saw it. She saw it. But Asiko Lab, my thing is...
Terms and conditions. Where is Calvin when I need him? The opinions shared on this podcast
are not
mine. I can't even say they aren't of B4UWKND because it's getting worse and worse.
I'm sorry.
Bruh.
But no, I'm sorry. But Mina, really, honestly, how bad must you be? That now there's a whole inquiry and an investigation. Do you understand what an investigation? An investigation is the thing that happened to Hush Puppy when he was posting a Lamborghini. Then they were like, how are you getting this money? Only to find out that he was trying to scam Premier League and a flight. That is investigation. We are camping my Olympics back investigator because you're that bad.
I would have at least said, at least she was good. You know, you got no points. Nothing. They couldn't even, one for sorry. They didn't even give her that,
right? You know what
she got nothing.
An investigation. She's doing it with something.
I'm from around the way. I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something.
She got herself an investigation.
No, guys. I think in order for me to succeed in life, that gall, the gumption, I need a little bit of that. A sprinkling in J.
Just that.
Just a little bit of a sprinkling.
She's determined. A whole governing body. Getting a president of whatever, to be on it. No. In fact, anything Simshayeli Zandla.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, no.
Woman power and stuff, I suppose. Yes. I suppose. Guys, does anybody know what's happening in the EFF?
A heartbreaking.
What's going on now?
At the time of the starting of this podcast, right? Floyd had left the EFF and joined the MK as a normal member. So he's got no position, no nothing, but he's joined the MK now. Oh. But at that time I don't know why or what the issue is, but we are crossing the floor now.
But I respected the fact that he said he's not going to discuss his reasons on this platform, EFF, because he'd then be campaigning for MK. Like if he went into the reasoning as to why he's leaving for the MK.
Yeah.
And what was interesting, I think, for me in that whole chat was then when Umalema mentioned how some people who are part of the EFF now are also leaving because of their allegiance to Floyd Shivambu.
That is interesting.
Yeah, so it started making me think about in politics, whereas people really, do we buy into the vision of the organization or the vision of the leader?
Exactly, that's good. That's good.
Because if it was the vision of the organization, as a member, whether Floyd leaves or not, I'm still here.
You're remaining.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that also then speaks to the confidence that people have in Floyd and the type of leadership styles that people are willing to submit to, you know, because now it's opened another chat for MK where, okay, you see that we are not tribalists. If we are able to let Shivambu into the party, we are not tribalists. And the fact that we don't know how it's going to pan out, but the thing is, it's a Floyd leaving a deputy president role. To start off as a general member.
Yeah.
We want to see him work his way up. But then also what I'm intrigued by is Floyd as a leader and just a politician. That what in him after 11 years of EFF that he was a co-founder of made him make that decision that actually there's something in MK that I'd rather be a part of.
Shout out Zuma.
Shout out Zuma.
My question is like, why now?
When was the MK formed last year?
No. It's very recent, right? But we've had elections, so maybe they had a chat with him and said, okay, bro, you can leave, but just not now. It's just too much to shake up right now. You can go afterwards. But it's just like, why now?
Maybe there was no party to leave for. I mean, that's how side chick situation happens.
Oh dear.
You
Carry on.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Someone stays in something, but they're not happy until something outside
something
says
bearer
that, I can make you happier, and then you're like, bye later.
Oh wow.
I'm not saying
Mess.
You had to use that.
Because it's one thing we can understand. No, if I were to use football, what was I going to compare it to? Football. Can't even think of football things. Abekho abafanele bazositshela ngoCristiano ukuthi uye kuphi waya kuphi. All I'm saying it's
they said abekho. I thought I was hectic.
I Kopane, you been coming at me today. Yeah. It's fine.
I love you so much.
It's fine.
I mean, yeah.
But no, so I think there was nothing to live for.
Yeah.
You know. Which is interesting, I think, because both MK and the EFF have very similar ideas. And I mean, because of Uba President Jacob Zuma, we can attribute MK to being, they don't have women empowerment because of how we see the president.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of the time it's perception.
Yeah.
And what we as the world see from what the news tells us, what we see in parliament, those snippets, but we don't really know the intricacies of leadership. And a lot of the times we'll see Malema shouting that, hey, if anyone wants to leave because they don't agree with me, they can jump ship.
Yeah.
They are jumping ship. They're Titanic out here.
And like you said, for people to leave with him, it shows, you know, the power he has as a leader.
Yeah.
Right? I'm starting from the ground up, yes, but I'm still a leader. And I've got so much confidence in myself that I'm fine with it. I'm going to go there and we'll see what.
And confidence in the MK.
But that's also another thing, Joe. Like for you to jump right now, you're not sure about like the staying power of this party. And then it just shabalalas in the middle of nowhere.
Maybe it came to him as a vision. Came in a vision, in a dream, because what?
I don't know. It's very ballsy, I think, to go for a baby of a party. It's got a stalwart behind.
That baby got votes, though.
That baby got votes. It doesn't. We need time, right? We need a timeline.
Do we?
I think so.
Now where South Africa is, I don't need time.
I think we are a very fickle country.
We're
very fickle.
We're so kind.
1 minute we're here, the next minute we're there. So the same people that rallied around and said, this is the party to watch out for. Nje, after a little bit, we can say, you know what?
And I hear you. Nah. My stance is that we've been very kind, very gracious about our demands.
Okay.
Oh, give back the land.
Ubuntu what?
This is what Tata died for.
Oh my.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But where's the radical change? Where is the radical change? And we are wasting our time talking about foreigners that are coming into this country to take our jobs. we are wasting our time and not dealing with what is the real issue.
Yeah.
The real issue for me is that we as South Africans are sitting on our hands. We want to be fed. We want to be babied.
Sure.
We want to be toddlered out of poverty. No one is coming to save you.
Yeah.
No one is coming to save you. And so the minute people dangle a carrot at 350 in front of us, oh, Mr. President, can you sustain your life at 350? There's a video I was watching where guys, where do you get money for drugs? I know, 350.
Oh, yeah.
You are disarming the nation by dangling carrots in front of them. And then you wonder why they hate foreign nationals so much. And not the whites, not my dear ones from Europe, the ones that look like us.
Yeah.
Because we hate ourselves. I can't hate a Ugandan, a Ghanaian, a Nigerian like that. And have white French-speaking person, I'm like, oh, lobe son canton. Oui. Teach me more about your language.
Exactly.
But when someone comes in and speaks their language, it's like, utin lo muntu vele, utin. We hate ourselves because of tribalism. Because of you are Xhosa, you are Sotho. So if we don't deal with the issues of how we see ourselves as South Africans, that we should not see ourselves as people waiting for saviors.
Yeah.
Then we can talk about job opportunities of people who are going to be equipped to take the stand and say, what can I do? Must I weld? No one wants to cut grass. No South African wants to cut grass.
That's the thing, man.
Then you want to be Edward
what
Johannes.
I admire about our fellow Africans, right? They come and they just work. You were a lecturer, you're a professor, you're whatever, wherever it is that you come from. You come here and you're like, what do I need to do to make my life better here?
Yes.
I'm going to start with tomatoes. From tomatoes, all of a sudden I've got a shop. All of a sudden I'm running the fruit and veg wherever it is.
Yes.
But we can't do that.
Some of them are starting off as Uber drivers and it's not their car. They're driving for someone else to a point where they can afford their own car. Next thing, they've got 3 cars that are under them. We're not willing to start from the bottom.
Man.
So, anyway, I hope Shivambu does great things wherever he goes. And it's going to be an interesting time it's already an interesting time for South African GNU. South African politics is very interesting. It's much more captivating than what's happening in America.
Because they're stealing the blacks' jobs over there. And then they asked, but what jobs are those exactly?
What are they? Enlighten me.
It's the jobs that actually, I don't know, guys. I'm not sure how far he's going to get. I really am not sure how far. But it's foot and mouth disease is something that he walks around with. It's a big warning sign. But they continue supporting him. So I don't know how that's going to turn out because it's just getting worse and worse.
I can't say much because we've been voting for the same political party for many years as a country. So we are the last biscuit to go home.
Very true.
I'd rather be here.
Yes.
To tell the truth, I'd rather be here
This is fine.
than to be anywhere else.
You're watching Before You Weekend.
I was speaking to a girlfriend of mine who's in the UK because have you heard about the unrest and stuff that's happening over there? And I'm not too sure what exactly is going on there, just to check in if she's okay, because you find some people are obviously content is content and they'll explain. Other people are just like really, really worried about what's going on there. But sometimes when you look at South Africa, you're just like, you know what? I would rather.
Is it? I think this thing. Is it about just black people not being treated well there in the UK, or what's happening?
I can't remember. It was another thing of they are taking our jobs kind of thing, but I don't think it started there.
Okay.
I don't think it started there. But what she said, it was stabbing of children that was also going on there. Yep. But she says that there is a lot of exaggeration that's happening, so we can't take everything to be, that case. But it is quite bad. But wherever she is, she's okay. So some people they're just staying home, making sure that they're home, they safe.
Guys, there's so much going on in the world. I failed to keep up with the Kardashians for all their seasons. I can't keep up with the world.
But that's the thing, because they bring people into the country to come and work so that the economy can build up. And then now that these people are doctors, lawyers, I don't know, street sweepers even.
Yeah.
Now people are complaining because what jobs do you want exactly? The doctor job? Go and study. And then you can become a doctor. Do you want a street sweep? No, you don't. So what is it exactly that you want?
They just want money.
Guys, people, let's just make up our minds. You can't get shiploads of people into your country, right? Say get to work.
Yeah.
They work. The economy is there. And then when you are okay, then you're like,
No, it's fine.
home time.
Take them back home and let those people fix their account. Let them stay with their account.
But that's another thing. Another creator that I saw said, it's fine. Let me go back home. She said that my bags, most of my stuff is already back home. But come December, I want all the foreigners out. So you see, we don't have that problem. Yes, we do have a xenophobia problem. Yes, we do have, a problem with illegal foreigners here. But we don't currently have the problem that we might find in the UK. So now if you're going to come here and say that they chased us away, we are back home. Nani, leave. It doesn't really solve the problem, because now we're just coming in with hate.
Yeah.
Right? There's no understanding. There's no, how can we make this right? How can we sort this problem out? It's just, I received hate, and that is what you're also going to get as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think the minute the day we start seeing each other as human beings, then and move past color, which is, I don't think, is something we're going to see in our lifetime.
We won't even admit to the fact that we see color. I don't see color. I've got a white friend.
No.
I don't see color. I've got a black friend. Hey, Sia's my friend.
I see color and I prefer
I don't
them
see
dark.
tribes. I've got Xhosa children. I don't see tribes. But when I talk about Xhosa people,
I see color and I prefer them dark.
didn't you say, darling, that
you don't
want to go back to Nigeria? You don't
there are dark South Africans. There are dark South Africans.
Yes, they are. But didn't she say no to South Africa?
She
said no to South Africa.
I am saying no to South Africa with my chest.
What do you want?
With my chest.
What
All
is
I'm
it that
saying,
you want?
I'm also saying no to dating. I'm saying no to boys. But that doesn't mean I can't see. I mean,
Ellen, let's just move to the Caribbean, have some cocktails, and then you can twerk all day.
I can't even twerk.
You will learn there.
But it's fine, because if breakdancer lady can breakdance, I can make a plan, right?
Yeah.
Guys, I just want to be in a thong. To be honest,
On a yacht.
I wanna be in a thong, guys. I'm not too sure. I just I love the South African men that we have. I love the.
Shout out Ellen.
Don't get
comfortable. I love their
felt that.
personality.
You felt it, right?
I love their personality. I love South African sense of humor.
Yeah.
However,
guys,
what happened was
I enjoy their their company. Yeah.
however,
I'm done. I put a full stop at the end of the sentence.
I don't mind learning. So Wazan, I know a little bit about Nigeria through dating. I know a little bit about Congo. You said that so loud. You know my issue with Congo, eh? Never again. Now we are branching out elsewhere. Oh, okay. So we'll see. Wait, hold on. I have a headache, right? Because we influencers. I get if I look at your life and I'm like, she's treated so well. Yes. And this has nothing to do with dating. Yes. She's treated so well by a Nigerian man. Nami, I want a Nigerian man.
Yes.
Did we not just recently say that we are over pumps?
I'm a pumps.
Pumps, the shoes pumps.
Plastic. Yo.
Didn't we say we are over pumps?
Yeah.
Aren't you seeing that pumps are back?
Where?
Those mesh ones. There's mesh. It's see-through pumps. You get them in red.
Like
you get them like in
ones.
gold.
Those
it looks plastic, but it's
where
like
I've seen them.
Bruh, I'm sure if you look at H&M or Zara or somewhere, you'll find. I'm pretty sure you can find. Please have a look.
Say again, guys, please.
It. My problem is the influencers that
Which
said
influencers?
just people saying that pumps are bad. Men also said a girl with pumps I will never date.
They should not.
Right?
They must not.
Pumps equals poverty.
Oh, hectic.
I get?
Oh, they went that far.
All of those guys. So just in people that were loud enough to say it on social media, Uguti, guys.
And now wearing pumps.
Pumps are not. I'm not saying the exact same people, but I'm seeing pumps out there. They are see-through, they are mesh, they are back.
It's a tough
and
time.
that is my problem.
No, it's a tough time. And they seem to be lasting. Why is it back?
I don't know.
Oh.
They're so ugly. I just don't know what to do.
I know.
about
I
it.
see
Seriously.
the look. We've seen terrible shoes. We've seen Kanye create the worst looking shoes. Ntwetsele yang ha. Pump yang ha.
I don't know, guys.
Like, I don't.
They back.
Oh no.
With the vengeance.
It reminded me of my days when I was 21 and I got into a car of girls wearing pumps, and it was just like, assistant guys.
For me, it was a difficult time.
Pumps.
That's why I don't want to go back to them. I mean, I'm still going through difficulty right now.
So
But
pumps equals poverty. Was it that?
Pumps definitely equaled, for me, it equaled poverty, because when those things are nearing the end stage, the expiry date, now they're looking
It's cramping. It's looking Australian.
It's just I can't, guys. I cannot go back there. Please, Lord, help me. Help me.
Oh my
But they're
gosh.
definitely back, and I've seen it with the who's who in the zoo on social media. And I'm like, we're going to be seeing these things. Wait until Mr. Price brings it out.
No, they should bring none of that.
Wait
But
until
as a woman,
Monsieur Price brings it.
In Women's Month, as a woman, I'd like to say no
Panting
to
a
pumps.
pumps.
Pants, get pumps. Yeah.
Is it for white people?
Clearly, they know how to maintain that thing.
No, because they're wearing like the Chanel, they're wearing, those ones, I suppose.
And abashiswa ilanga banetho imvula bese bangena itaxini ngepump. Fike endlini.
Guys, the people that I'm talking about, pumps here, these are moneyed people. And they said yes to pumps. Pump billing a pump.
It's okay. It's alright. When the time comes and I see people with pumps that are close to my heart, I'll deal with it then. As for now, it's far from me.
I don't know. Let's just never, ever, ever go back there. What I want to find out is, and yes, we're talking about dating. It's Women's Month. Leave me alone. Again. I need dating tips, right? Because
I got you.
From who?
I got you.
Is there another guest? Is there a surprise guest coming in?
But from anybody, help me please,
We
right?
got you.
Comment section.
I had a bit of a scare last week, right? I went on a date, and the guy left the table for a little bit, and I thought that he had jumped ship, right? The date was amazing, it was great, but he left me alone to my own devices.
Okay.
He had eaten,
Okay.
and he was gone.
How long?
10-15 minutes.
Okay. Maybe
Yeah.
he had a business call.
No, but business call, you have it outside.
Yes,
Like, so he
definitely.
went to the bathroom.
Oh.
Did he take his phone with?
He did.
Oh.
I don't know. I was so scared, bro. I've never been so scared before, hey? And in South Africa, nje, it's a movie. To
Yeah.
be dating a woman in South Africa dating is just a
It's a
movie.
film.
Anything can happen. I need to tell at least 3 people where I'm safe.
Your last
my
outfit.
location, my outfit,
The picture of the guy that you're going to see.
Oh, all of that.
Live location.
All of that.
Yeah.
I actually sent that out to my girlfriends. I sent to my sister and everything, and she kept on checking. But now what I didn't account for was slicer toots.
Mate,
And I was so scared.
I know about shy number 2.
I was
Shy
so
Candy
And you
scared.
said he
Crush.
had just eaten.
Yeah, I
He
know.
finished eating.
Yeah.
He's got a fast metabolism. He needs to lay hands on me. I need such a fast metabolism.
As women, that's another thing that we struggle with.
Yeah.
No, but never again.
Why?
When he
Never
came
again
back to
what?
the table, what did he say?
Nothing. Life carried on.
What did you
as
say?
per usual. What am I gonna say?
You even asked, like, what took you so long?
I didn't, because like manners also. So now you're gonna ask. So that was a tough one, right? It was.
Yeah, make a
you had
joke. He
inquired some
laughed. He laughed.
difficulty. That's because he wasn't on the date. I don't want to like embarrass you. What if you feel embarrassed? I feel embarrassed about like bowel movements. So
But he did it on the
First date.
Oh, that was the first date.
It was the first date.
And is the second one coming?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
Why?
I
Do you like him?
I liked him, yeah.
So you didn't like him before he took a dump?
It's not about the dump.
I mean,
it's
after.
about the fact that he left me at the table.
Where
To take
was
a
he
dump?
supposed to take the
when
dump
was the
there?
day?
He wasn't. You guys aren't hearing me. Hear me when I say.
Maybe he should have left with you.
But okay, let me. I'm just saying.
Right.
Have you ever, when I'm not sure what the next person. Have you
The
ever
answer
when
there is no. I can tell you right now.
Am I dear?
Okay, let's start.
Set right, and you need to take a dump, and you can't take a dump,
Yeah.
and so your body finds alternative ways to deal with what's going on.
And then you start.
Never. It has
And it's you don't fart.
and it's
Even the
sitting on the
silent
waist.
and the silent farts. You know those silent farts that kills the whole room. And say,
No. Because where am I going? Where am I
No,
going?
man.
Feeling like that? Where am I going?
so
Where am I
you-
going?
And your stomach doesn't surprise you?
You do cleansing rituals before the date, right? Day before, you clean out the system, wash it from top to bottom. You clean out. So I don't want any surprises.
This is why you cannot split the bill. You specifically.
Okay, because
You are cleaning your whole body inside and out from day before the date. That's effort. We need to worship the ground you walk on.
thank you. As you should, yeah.
Hypo,
As you
Ellen.
should, but
Hypo, Ellen.
why are we going
So
to
shy
these places?
laxative.
Like, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Serious?
I do. I actually like you. It's bad, right? It's bad for your body, and I'm pretty sure that like my kidneys are gonna be like,
Like, how
listen,
many
girl.
dates do you go to?
Like,
I hardly. No, I don't.
Okay.
I hardly go out on dates because it takes a long time for me to get from point talking to let me go and meet up with this person because I just want to make sure. I've been in too many tricky situations where, like, men for me, guys, stress. So yeah. So I can go to the bathroom at 5:00 in the morning. Go somewhere for the entire day. Come back home 6:00 and then go to the bathroom again
like pee.
to go and
as
pee.
well. Okay.
Because I've taught my body that we don't go in public.
So it's a you issue, kahle. Because that guy is normal. So it's normal.
He left me at the table
No, it's a you problem now.
and I was scared.
You are asking for tips. Perspective. This is
Actually, what I
privilege.
wanted was for you to tell me that I'm actually right.
No, matey. No, not here. Not by me.
His issue was pressing, so.
You such an idiot. You're such an idiot. Guys, I love you. I don't have any dates scheduled for today, thank goodness.
Oh my goodness.
But can we go home? Are we okay with that? Can we go home?
Yes,
I will try again next year with the dating thing. As for now, people, I'm single and I'm not dating.
And
What did he order?
He had fish and chips.
Mm.
I had the same fish and chips and I was fine.
You've taught your cat to work twice
I
a
had
day,
the same fish
5
and chips
a.m. and
I was
6
fine.
p.m. Your cat is working on the clock. His is a regular cat.
If you're out there, thank you so much for the date. It was really fun.
Tell him on WhatsApp, or did you block him?
No, I didn't. I don't block people. It takes a lot for me to block people. I put them in WhatsApp jail, which I love now.
What's
WhatsApp
jail?
jail?
Locked chats.
Huh?
What do you
Wait.
do there?
You mute the chat, right, for a year.
Yo.
So you mute the chat and then you put it into locked chats. So that person can text as much as you want. Unless I go into it, there's no notification, there's nothing. Unless I go in there, I'm not seeing you.
And does it chill like the archives? Because you know
Archive still shows you one. Yeah.
So
There it
are
shows
we going-
nothing. It shows nothing. I just put
How'd
them
you
in.
find
I need
that
to
out?
upgrade my WhatsApp, man.
Upgrade your WhatsApp, bruh.
How do you know that? I upgrade and I don't even
know.
check.
I
my
spent a
WhatsApp.
lot of
but
I spent a
when
lot
my
of time
chats
on there.
deserve tronco.
But then if you go onto your WhatsApp right now, right? If it's updated, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go onto your WhatsApp, you scroll the first page, I guess, where it shows your chats. You scroll and it'll show archived, and on top of archived is locked chats.
Nah, it's just.
Here's archive.
Yeah, there's
Man,
only
you got
AI.
19 archive
So,
people.
I've
Well, then
got-
maybe what you need to do is click on any chat.
Okay.
Like right click on it so that it shows you options and then see if you can't lock it.
Okay.
Here I'm teaching people how to cheat.
So
My
I'm
gosh.
just.
Okay.
You're not teaching me how to
No,
cheat.
they're going to use it how to. Do you see?
This lock chat.
Yeah, so then what you do is you
I see
mute
lock
the
chat.
chat for like a year and then you lock it. And then you just never ever see them.
Nisenza le nto kanti?
That's what I do to people. I just put them over there.
Lalelanla.
And if I call you,
You
I'm still
can
in jail.
No, you can call. You can call. I have received calls from
You've
them.
unlocked another level
oh,
It's a pleasure.
of just avoiding men. I've got
That is not what you
Lalela. I've got life lessons for you. Love life. Live life. Love God, love your family. Love laughter.
Darling.
Leave boys.
and love Sia.
Leave boys. Love see.
I'm a man, Gina.
Yeah, y'all should stop like going with voice.
Guys,
Thank you so much. I've learned, if anything, that I took away from today is WhatsApp jail. Thank
out
you
of
so
everything
much.
that we talked about, Kopano said WhatsApp jail. I'm not too sure about my future as solo host for Before You Weekend. I don't know. But
Lalela.
thank you so much for coming through. It was so much fun.
Thank you for having
It
me.
was really, really amazing. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this week. Have a safe one. In the words of Kelvin, this was Before You Weekend, where we do what? Talk about the week before it ends. So remember to like, share, subscribe, tell
Comment.
somebody that your girl was on the podcast this week. And we'll see you next weekend. We're out.
You're watching before you weekend.